Hello, welcome to episode 5 of D Professionals Studying While Working. This episode rounds up the storytelling of the experiences that brought me to where I am today. In 7 years, between 2010 and 2017, I've had the privilege of working in 5 different countries. These are the UK, the US, Sweden, Nigeria, and South Africa. And I've also been able to work in at least 5 different roles during this time. And these roles are from solution management, marketing, technical sales support, and product management, which is what I'm doing right now. Now to today's topic, studying while working. I'm going to share with you my 3 takeaways that I took from my experience. The first being, don't rush your decision, whether it be the timing or the course that you want to study for your advanced degree. Secondly, don't give up. It's going to be difficult when you do decide to take this decision and start on your advanced degree. And thirdly, ask for help. Now, I'm going to talk about my experience during my master's program. Like I told you in an earlier episode, I graduated with a degree in communications engineering, and this was in 2008. After my graduation, which was in a foreign country, so away from my home country, I decided to go back home to look at the job market and take some time to start working and then choose a master's program which would be applicable to what I'm doing or what I decided to do after school. When I got offered the job with the famous graduate program that took me on the career path that I am now, a lot of my colleagues actually already had master's degrees. I know that a lot of people, those young graduates who are yet to finish school, decide to go on an advanced degree because it helps you in the job market. It makes you more attractive. It is true that recruiters or companies tend to look at candidates who have master's degrees or advanced degrees a little bit more keenly than those who have a single degree. But of course, that's not the basis of elimination or selection. But in my case, I felt that it would help me more for the future. So in terms of having the same chance at getting a job promotion or an advanced job as anyone else. So I wanted to have a master's degree more as a form of security, and also I wanted to learn more, become someone who was competent in what I was doing. So after about 2 years of working, I got hired for the famous graduate program of 7 years ago, and that made me think about okay, starting on a master's program. I chose my course very, very well. I decided to go on, a program which had courses or topics that would be applicable to my work. I chose courses like engineering management, manufacturing engineering, product design, program and project management, and also economic topics in engineering. I also did take digital image processing and a few other techie courses like that because I do work in telecommunications, and one of the jobs I was doing was related to video delivery and video compression. So I took a course in digital image processing. Now, again, I took my time to decide on when and what I wanted to study for my master's, and I chose courses that would be applicable to my daily work and which I do find really useful, even up until today. Your case may be different. You may already have the money or the funding from your parents to go on your master's degree. Go do it, get it done. In my case, I funded my master's program with my salary, and I don't regret any bit of waiting to complete my master's program. All in all, it took me 5 years to finish my program, which normally, if I was full time, I would have done it in 2.5 years because it was with an American university. I started in 2010. I took a 1.5 year break approximately when I was working on my graduate program. And then I completed it in August of 2016 with joy when I collected my degree. So, my personal takeaway from this experience is don't rush a master's. If you do have the luxury of being able to find a job already, work a little bit and then decide on what you want to study. Of course, maybe it's convenient for you because you'd like to focus on a family afterwards and you won't have time for a master's, so you want to do it right after your bachelor's. So everyone has their own situation, but my situation was the one that I chose, which was to wait and choose a course very carefully. Secondly, don't give up. This is going to be a short one. It was really, really tough for me having to work while studying. And also, I'm someone that likes to enjoy a social life. I, still wanted to hang out and not isolate myself all the time. So I had a threefold, job to do. I had my job, I had my studies, and I had trying to maintain some kind of a social life with my friends. So I did pay for the fact that I used to hang out with my friends by having lots and lots of sleepless nights. But it was a choice that I made. A lot of you are more studious, more focused. You first get your homework done and you finish it before you even think of going to dinner with friends. In my case, I sacrificed my sleep because I went out. But then, of course, I did all my homework, I turned it all in, and most of the time I didn't miss any deadlines. And, the grueling process of, grinding through homework, grinding through assignments, grinding through projects really reminded me of my days in my bachelor's program, and I learned a lot. Thirdly, ask for help. I had a lot of projects and even group calls with my team or my group in school that I had to take while I was traveling. I remember one occasion I was in the Middle East, and the time zone was so different from America that I was actually out one evening where we had a group presentation, and I had to take my call in the bathroom, in the toilet, just to avoid the noise. I had some projects that I couldn't do alone. This was in the product design course where we had to make some prototypes. In this situation, we had to make prototypes of airplanes and change different variables such as the fold of the wing or the length of the tail propeller. And drop them from the same height each time. And then I needed someone to drop the planes, someone to record the time, and myself to write down all the variables that would change and the time it took to drop. So I needed help. I didn't hesitate, especially at the very end, to ask my colleagues. Of course, when we had some break time in the office, I booked a time slot for this particular project, and it didn't interfere with work at all. And also during my final project, where I had to run and design my own experiment, I called upon my then boyfriend, who now happens to be my fiance, to be my guinea pig in terms of tasting rather the different combinations of tea that I made, because I chose my project to be picking the right combination for the perfect cup of tea, and he helped me a lot in that. So don't hesitate to ask for help from friends, from colleagues, from your family. You're not in this alone. Of course, your degree and your grades are your responsibility, but I think it even pushes us to start collaborating even before we get into the workplace, when we have to ask our friends for help with projects and involve other people in the process. So I made my decision, and I would like to share these 3 takeaways with you. I hope you find them useful when you decide to go on your master's program. And if you, like me, happen to be someone who's working at the same time, don't rush the decision, don't give up, and ask for help. Thank you.